Hello, 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 my angels, my loves, my collective. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm still a little stuffy, and no goes without saying. You guys can probably tell, so bear with me still. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating a birthday today, and happy holidays to those. I know that we're in Thanksgiving week. It's a busy week. Today is Wednesday, and I know that on my Wednesday, normally for those who generally follow me, I do what you want to know on a Wednesday. But since this is a holiday week and we are going into Thanksgiving tomorrow, I want to do things just a little bit different. Instead of focusing on what you want to know on Wednesday, I want it to be more about what am I grateful for to keep in tune with the holiday. Before we get into what we're grateful for, I do want to open up and start with my opening prayer, my gratitude to my God. God, I come before you in gratitude today for the growth you have fostered in my spiritual life. I recognize that this journey is your gift, not by my strength, but by your grace. Help me to remain humble and open to your leading. Continue to nurture the fruits of your spirit within me. May I use my growth to bless others and glorify you in all that I do. Thank you for being a constant guide and unfailing source of strength. In Jesus' name, amen. I call out my good archangel, my ancestors, so watch over me, my guardian angels. Protect me, my family, my friends, and the collective from any negative spirits, energy, or any negativity trying to keep them from their healing journey. And bless this reading. Going back into the tomb, what am I grateful for? You know, sometimes we get so busy surviving that we forget to notice what's actually sustaining us. So I want to do a reading that pulls you back into the center, back into the quiet blessings you may have overlooked, and remind you of everything that's supporting you even when life feels heavy. So say to yourself, you are grateful. You're grateful for the strength you didn't know you had. Maybe you've been through things that should have broken you, and somehow you're still here, wiser, softer, stronger. You're grateful for the parts of you that kept going even when your heart was tired. You felt like you couldn't get out of bed. You were crying. You felt like you were all alone. You're grateful for the resilience that lives in your bones. The thing that kept you getting up in that morning, feeding that child, getting dressed, packing that lunch, keeping that strength. You're grateful for the people who showed up. Maybe it wasn't the people you expected. Maybe you lost them along the way. Maybe the ones who stayed, the ones you supported, even in small ways, they help you breathe again. You're grateful for the real connections, not the temporary ones. You're grateful for the lessons that grew you. Pain taught you boundaries. Disappointment taught you discernment. Loss taught you appreciation. And this healing, well, it's teaching you who you truly are. You're grateful because every lesson pushes you closer to the version of yourself that you're meant to become, your authentic self. You're grateful for the peace you're starting to feel. Although it's subtle, it's slowly growing. You're not where you want to be yet. You're far from who you were, though. You're learning to let things go. You're learning to choose yourself. You're learning to rest without guilt. You're learning to stop blaming yourself. Like, why did I stay in this situation? Why did I put up with it? Why did I ignore the red flags? Why did I keep believing in them? You're grateful for the calm returning to your spirit. You're finally feeling that peace, that weight that's coming off of you. That thing that says, I can't do this. You crying every moment. You're grateful for the blessings you can't see yet, but you know they're coming. You sense something good is coming. You feel alignment happening behind the scenes. Your heart knows that every delay, every detour was for your protection, even though he may have thought he was being rejected. You're grateful for the miracles already on their way. Maybe some of you, the finances are improving, job opportunities, all those no's you used to get are finally starting to say yes. You're learning to be grateful for exactly where you are, while trusting where you're going, having that faith, knowing that everything is going to work out for you in divine timing. You see, gratitude is the key that unlocks the next chapter. And you're turning that key right now. Right now. And show me, Spirit Guides, what is my collective? How? You're your Queen of Wands. You're seeing your beauty. You're seeing how passionate you are, how confidence is building, how creative you are. You're seeing that you can be a leader. You're recognizing your warmth. You've always given that warmth to others, but now you're starting to see how warming you are. You're returning that to yourself, your self-love. You're not allowing what you've been through to turn you cold, to harden you. You're having gratitude. You're taking that leap towards that new beginning, that faith. You know that it's big world opportunities out there waiting for you. And you're going out there, trusting yourself, trusting your purpose, just believing in yourself, being free, being spontaneous, not worrying about a soul. You're optimistic about where you're going because, well, hell, you've seen where you've been. No more disagreements. Okay? You're no longer collaborating with people who disagree with you, who don't see your vision, who don't see your worth, who put you in third parties, who want to work against you, who don't want to team up with you, who lack communication, those who you tried to talk to but they didn't respond. They wanted you to think things were your fault, twist the narrative, who were incompetent, who didn't recognize the value that you brought, your worth, your talents. You put it into old ways, old behaviors, old habits, old addictions, self-limiting beliefs. You've changed. You've changed how you see yourself. You change how you allow people to treat you. Something about you woke up. Your spirit is more alive, more faith in yourself, more confidence in yourself. You're changing the direction in which you want to go in, and you're grateful. This is crossing. There was a man in your life, either a feminine and masculine energy, or a man in your life who could not be of authority, who could not lead, who had no vision, who was objective, who was not fair, who was not logical at all. He had the potential, but he wasn't. Now he wants to come in with passion. Now he wants to come towards you. Now he wants to take an impulsive, risk-taking move to come and say something to you. But this is the thing. You're a queen. He's a knight. You're a leader. He's a knight. He takes impulsive risk. Start things, doesn't really finish them. Has great ambition, has great, potential. But that's it. It's just potential. He doesn't live up to it. You still see him as having some immaturity. He's still lustful. You're accepting that he has not changed. He won't change. He's never going to finish what he starts. And you're moving on. You're forgiving yourself, you're forgiving him, and you're moving on. And that's something that you're grateful for. You're grateful because you see your abundance. You see your beauty, your independence, your nurturing. Everything flows to you. You put out good energy comes back to you. You're realizing that. You stand in your material comforts, your independence. You'll do anything. You're paying attention to nature, to the universe.
Sounds like Fido wants a treat.
You're very giving. You have a natural ability about you that that's something in you that draws everything to you. Reptiles, people, places, children, men, women, even the ones that don't want to like you have to like you. They can't change your positivity. They can't change your spirit. You're grateful for having the freedom in the faith to go out and explore new ventures, start new ventures, take risks on new ventures, have that enthusiasm and that inspiration and that passion to set these goals for yourself, and not only set them, but to go out there and damn it, do it. You're not selfish, you're not greedy, but unfortunately you had to put an end to people in your life that were selfish, that were greedy, that only cared about themselves, their material comforts, that were only emotionally fulfilling their own needs. Cycles are turning in your life. You're no longer dealing with that type. You're no longer drawing in that type. You're recognizing that type. What you're going to draw in now is what you put out. You put an end to people who don't appreciate you. Now divine timing is here. You've gone within. You're using wisdom. You've done some soul searching. You've planted a lot of good seeds. And your harvest is coming in. Someone asks you, what are you grateful for? It's not just what are you grateful for, but the universe is also grateful for you. Grateful for what you've done, how you carried yourself, how you've healed, your vision, your charitable work, believing, your faith, even when the devil knocked on your door, how you said no and continued on your journey. How does the universe want to reward? Someone you dealt with, dealing with drugs, they were poisonous to you. Their mindset is poisonous. They may be taking pills under some type of substance. Someone might be going through some type of dismemberment, feel like they're being ripped apart, limb by limb. Maybe their heart is being ripped out. Maybe someone has had some type of injury. Maybe they need surgery. Maybe they have a broken bone. Or just feel like their drugs, their poisonous mindset is killing them. They're dying inside because you're dating. The universe is rewarding you with the new love. You're happy. You're dating. Someone could have been part of a cult doing black magic, trying to come against you. With fake death out here, someone could have pretended that they ended a relationship when they did not. Someone could have pretended that they ended their ways. Oh, that's how I used to be. That's when I was young. I don't do that anymore. They've been lying. They were egotistical. They didn't want to follow the caution signs. They took a lot of risk. They see you as foreign, different, not from here. Somewhere from outer space. Maybe you resonate with you feeling like you don't belong here, you don't belong in that group. Maybe you resonate with your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are communicating with you. Maybe you resonate with being an earth angel, chosen one, light worker. Maybe you are RH negative, B negative, blood type. Maybe you are royalty. They're seeing something and they're seeing it as if it's a miracle. Something about you is different. Something that amazes them. Something they can't understand, they can't figure out. Something that's just out of this world. You could have had a family with this person. But most important, you're grateful for your family. Maybe some of you are finding out you're pregnant, getting married, adding an addition to your family. Just giving thanks for family times. What does the universe want to say to you? What's the angels want to say? Spirit guides, what do the angels want to say? My collective and the thought of being grateful. Continue to listen to your intuition. They're guiding you. That's what's getting you here where you are, 1717, when I say that. That's what's bringing you through this healing, this recognition. Continue to use your discernment. Continue to move with caution, logic. Don't be so impulsive that you act out of emotion, that you step back into what God has brought you out of. Be assertive. You now know that you have the key to life. You've used that wisdom. You know who you are. You found yourself again. You found your spirit, your soul. You're alive. You know the keys to the universe. You hold the key to you in the beginning. Some of you might be getting a new car, a new home, a new business. If you not have it yet, maybe in a process. Maybe it's coming. Maybe that's one of your rewards. 1818. For some of you, your health is improving. Maybe someone diagnosed you as having something and now you've gone for that test and it's no longer there. Maybe you were dealing with that mental anguish and it's no longer depressing. You're having better days, brighter days, coming off of some medication, not needing that therapy as much as you need it. Maybe you're needing dialysis and now you don't. Breathing problems and you're off that inhaler. Whatever. Maybe you were having fertility problems and with family being out here, maybe now you're able to conceive. Whatever the situation is, for everyone, your situation is different. Your health is improving because your stress is going down. It's dissipating. You're happier. You're more alive. 1919 when I say that. You're waiting. You're being patient. You're not rushing. You're paying attention to the symbols of the universe. You know that things happen in divine timing. You don't feel the pressure. You don't feel like you have to give someone that answer. Do what they say do. You're going to move in your time, when you're ready, when you're comfortable, when your spirit says move. What else? You're grateful because you've learned that life is about compromise. Not only do you have to be able to compromise with them, but they have to be able to compromise with you. You have to compromise with the universe. Know that when they give you that detour, when they redirect you, it's for your best interest. They're looking out for you. Don't keep forging ahead. Don't keep pushing your will, because it just may lead you into consequences you didn't want, you weren't ready for, and you're going to regret later. Pay attention to the signs. Understand that sometimes a no is not a rejection, but for your protection. Can I have a divine oracle? So I'm going to give you a divine angel oracle as for what you need to continue to look for as you're gathering with your family, your friends, your loved ones. It's Thanksgiving holiday, eating, laughing, joking, having drinks, toasting, playing games, just enjoying the love, the peace, the happiness of your family. Don't forget to just say thank you to the universe, to your ancestors, to your guardian angels. Don't forget to be grateful. What should my collective look for? To match. What should the collective look for? You want to come. Thank you. 676. If you see these numbers, self-love. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. 444. Stability. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for your success. 234. Growth. You are experiencing growth and expansion in all areas of your life. You are on the right path and moving towards greater fulfillment and success. 210. Starting over. You are presented with the opportunity for a fresh start, new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. You know, this is confirmation to what I just told you guys. You're taking that leap of faith. You're going towards your new beginning with optimism. You're ready to start over. You're leading in faith. 543. Clarity. Trust yourself and the universe to make the necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon you'll gain clarity about your life's purpose. These angel numbers are clarifying everything that I told you. 777. Spiritual awakening. You are on the right path. You're spiritually evolving and aligning with your higher purpose. Continue to listen to your intuition. Be assertive. Know that you have the key to your life, the key to your future. Don't forget to compromise. Don't forget to wait before making rash decisions. Know that you're loved. Continue to place boundaries. Believe in yourself. And always be grateful for what you have. This is my reading for you. Thank you for joining me on my channel, Guided Leap of Faith. Again, I'm wishing you a happy holidays. And I'm sending you my love and blessings. Thank you.